Hello and welcome again to the EPL Fanbase Show. Today we are going to look at the match day 7 of the Premier League. I'm joined in the show by Josiah, a die-hard Man United fan. Gidi, say hi to the fans.
Hi guys.
And we have SP. Simon, how are you? Say hi to the fans. So today we are going to look at the matches that will be played in this coming weekend. And our main focus point will be the big match, Man United playing Arsenal, though they are no longer considered as giants of EPL. So let's just very fast predictions. We'll start with Josiah. Your prediction for these matches: Wolverhampton versus Crystal Palace, taking place on Friday.
I see a draw, 1-1.
1-1 draw. Sheffield on Saturday. Sheffield playing Manchester City at 3:30 p.m.
I don't think Pep is losing to drawing or losing two games in a row. So I'll say a win for Man City. Another one though.
Another win for Man City. Burnley, Chelsea.
Um, Another win for Chelsea.
So, what is the your prediction for those people who
My,
might be
my,
betting?
my, sorry. My prediction for that game is because he's going with a back five now or something of the sort. I'll go for a 1-0 win for Chelsea.
1-0 win for Chelsea. And just again for Sheffield, Man City, you predicted what will be the score?
A 2-0 win for Man City.
2-0 win for Man City. Liverpool, West Ham.
A draw, 1-1 draw for
1-1
both.
draw.
I think West Ham are on a rise.
Okay. Sunday, Aston Villa, Southampton.
A win for Southampton, 2-0.
2-0 win for Southampton. Newcastle, Everton.
A 2-0 win for Everton.
2-0 win for Everton. Manchester United, Arsenal.
I'll go for United, but it's a 1-0 win for United. But
1-0
I have to
win
go with my
for
team. I feel it's a draw, but let me just go with a 1-0.
Tottenham, Brighton.
I think Tottenham are gonna win. They're on a high. 2-0 win for Spurs.
Fulham, West Brom.
I think Fulham need this game. They really need to win this game. But it's a battle because both of them are trying to get out of those areas and get some points. So I'll say a 2-1 win for Fulham.
Leeds United versus Arsenal Tormentors, Leicester City.
Yeah. So for this one, I think Bielsa will get it. I think he'll be too fast for Leicester. I'll say a 1-0 win for Leeds.
1-0 win for Leeds. Giddy, let's get your prediction. Wolverhampton versus Crystal Palace.
I'll go with the 1-2 win for Crystal Palace.
Sheffield, Manchester City.
This will be 3-1 to City.
Burnley, Chelsea.
I'll go with a draw 1-1, 1-1. Yeah. I
1-1
think
draw.
I think what Chelsea are doing in terms of being so defensive has brought issues with their attack. So I think Burnley will get something from the game.
Liverpool, West Ham.
I'll go for a 2-0 Liverpool win.
Aston Villa, Southampton.
I'll go for a 1-2 Southampton win.
Newcastle, Everton.
I'm not sure whether Lucadinha here will have come back, but I think Everton will be too strong for Newcastle. 2-0 Newcastle to Everton.
Manchester United, Arsenal.
If you ask me, we lost 1-0 to City, 1-0 to Leicester. I think we are losing again 1-0.
Okay, Tottenham, Brighton.
Spurs versus Brighton. Another tough game for Spurs because I think Brighton will put in. There's a time I remember Brighton beating Spurs 3-0. So this one, I gave it a 2-2 draw.
2-2 draw. Fulham, West Brom.
From the last performance, I think Slaven Bilic will grow to this game. I'm giving it a 1-0 to West Brom.
Leeds United, Leicester City.
This will be a 2-1 to Leeds.
2-1 win for Leeds. SP, let's get your prediction. Wolverhampton, Crystal Palace.
I think this will be a good weekend for home teams and big teams. So I'll go 2-0 Wolves.
I know where you are heading. Okay, Sheffield, Man City.
Sheffield, Man City. I think this is the one of those that will go against the grain. So City 3, Sheffield 0.
Burnley, Chelsea.
The home team will win this 2-1.
Liverpool, West Ham.
Yeah, this will be a walkover for Liverpool. 3-1, just because they can't keep a clean sheet. 3-1.
Aston Villa, Southampton.
Aston Villa will be too strong for Southampton. I think they need to make a statement after their loss to Leeds. So 3-1.
Newcastle, Everton.
Difficult game. I think Everton teams have started knowing how to play against them, and they have some key players missing. 2-2 draw.
2-2 draw. Manchester United, Arsenal.
Yeah, one of the easy games to predict this weekend. I'm not going to be kind. I'm going to say 3-0 United.
3-0 United. Tottenham, Brighton.
Tottenham, Brighton. I watched the Brighton West Brom game yesterday, and I have to admit Brighton are struggling. So I see nothing. I see nothing from Graham Potter's men. So easy win for Spurs. 2-0.
2-0 win Spurs. Fulham, West Brom.
This for me is the game of the weekend. Fulham, West Brom. This is the biggest game this weekend. Two teams that really need a win. So I'll give it to West Brom just because I like Bilic. 2-1.
2-1. Then Leeds United versus Leicester City.
I think Bielsa is up for a big loss this weekend. I'll go 1-3 Leicester.
Okay, those are the predictions. Now, very fast, let's focus at the big match of the weekend. It's not as big as it used to be in the early 2000s and late 90s. This is a
Fulham
game.
Fulham versus West Brom?
No, this is a game by the mid-table teams, Manchester United versus Arsenal. Now, first of all, we want to see the prediction, what needs to be done, the formations. So very fast, Josiah, your prediction has been 1-0. Maybe to support your prediction, what do you think it will make Ole to come on top of Mikel? Because both teams seems to be struggling. What formation do you think Ole might use to get the win right?
Okay, so Ole Gunnar Josiah is trying to get the first home win, and I strongly believe that number one, he'll want to capitalize on the fact that he got a clean sheet, and he does the same for this game at home. But again, Arsenal is struggling. So on paper, Arsenal is coming as an underdog. But now the problem is there's pride. Both teams always turn up that day. For that reason, I feel as if it's a narrow Taffy, especially now that Luis is not around. We'll be compact like always. We'll play with a back six, and when I say back six, I mean the back four plus Fred and McTominay. That's a six. Then we will stress Mustafi and the likes with speed from Rashford. I see Cavani starting that day because James has been, let's be honest, very useless.
Cavani is
I see
good.
Cavani starting in the
Old
yes,
is
very
gold.
good. His
Old
position
is
is
gold.
very good.
Yes.
Old is gold, and I think I hope and pray that Arsenal is going to experiment. They won't sit back. They won't play as if they are playing a cup competition. They will try and attack. I really hope they do. And if they do, I can tell it would go to the 3-0 that SP is talking about. But I don't think Mikel is that naive. So still, I maintain it at 1-0 narrowly because I think Leno or Mustafi is gonna make a mistake somewhere, and yeah, that is why I don't see how Mustafi. I don't see how Mustafi is gonna deal with Rashford. Rashford is on a high. He's even providing food for people. Like he has too much to offer. I don't see how Mustafi is poor. I hope this is not gonna come to bite me in the back, but I'm just saying I am with Ole on this one. We need to get out of this bottom half. At least we come closer to civilization. It's a win for United, another win. And as soon as we score that one goal, we're gonna pack and just make sure we get a clean sheet, another clean sheet for De Gea. 1-0 for United.
Josiah,
on the win.
Giddy. 1st January.
Yeah.
1st January, Arsenal, they played attacking football and they scored. They were playing impressive when the last time the two teams met. They played so well and they scored the 2 goals. What do you think Mikel needs to do
Yeah,
to
I
repeat
think
the result? And also talk about Mustafi. Do you think Mustafi should start or Pablo Mari? They are both coming from injury because Pablo Mari is now fit. We are not so sure about the status of David Luiz. So, Giddy, what do you have to say about this fixture?
okay for me. If you ask me, those three you have just mentioned, I think Luis is the most settled player there. But really, if your hopes are on Luis and we saw how he was even doing against City, you have a problem. I hope we can have two
There is a
Gabriels put there, but you only have one of them. But anyway, you have asked how the way he approached the January game, and I think all Mikel needs to do is just go there, take a TV, sit down, watch that game again, because he has forgotten how those things are done. You don't have players like Aubameyang, the Sakas, even Pepe. If you play him where he was supposed to play, we saw how he did against Luke Shaw, because apparently Luke Shaw was scared of him or anything, because we saw when you play the correct formation without complicating, all he needs to do is go back to basics, put everyone in their correct position. For example, if it was me playing that coaching, and I am hoping someone will just take this video and send to Arteta, I would play like this. Start with Leno because you have no option. You saw the best keeper. Forward play, you'd rather just pick David Luiz if it's a knock, because these other guys are a disaster. On the left, play Tierney. On the right, I would pick Niles, for example. Why is Niles not playing? That's a serious question. A player who was the top guy when we were playing Liverpool in the Community Shield, he has now been put in the back bench. What is happening? Play Niles there. Let Bellerin fight for his place. In the forward place, play. Of course, you can put. I would even try to experiment with El Neni. because I don't know what Xhaka normally does. Play that guy with Partey. Then forward, you can just play forward. You can play Ceballos on the left, Saka on the right, Pepe, and you play Aubameyang up front because it seems Lacazette has forgotten how to score.
But don't
And
you think
you might
don't you
get
think
something out of that game.
don't you think Ceballos has been very poor also?
Ceballos has been poor, but do you play Willock or who are you going to play there? That's the problem I'm saying. There is no depth in this squad. You just have to pick. Even when I was picking Luis, you are just picking the best out of the worst that you have. There's nothing much you can do unless you are saying Arteta to become a manager, a player, and remove the court and play in the field.
So the victim, the Swahili say mwiba wa kujidunga. You don't have depth, but at the same time, you've decided to do away with your creative midfielder, Mesut Ozil. Anyway, let's move to Simon. What do you have to say? Why do you think the game will end 3-0 in favor of United? And the way Ateka is parking the bus, Ateka is parking the bus, or or do you think, as they say, United will start with a one goal advantage?
Steve, it's interesting to sit here and listen to Giddy and his sentiments and the fact that Arsenal does not have depth. We tried saying that when the season was starting, but all we could hear was, if we sign Partey, we will be title challenger. Looked for him in the game versus Leicester. Didn't see any impact from Partey. We are at that point where, like Josiah was saying, United is game match week 7. We don't have a home win. We've lost to Palace. We've lost badly to Tottenham. Then we've parked the bus against Chelsea, and now you can see we're going up. So we need the win. More than Arsenal
To start your season.
deserve the loss, and so we need to kick that. I think if you've heard us, we've said that that game against Newcastle was the end of preseason for us, and you can see that now we are hitting our stride to full form. I loved what I saw with Edinson Cavani, and you can take this to the bank. Cavani will be a success. Cavani will score goals. And so for me, I just need Ole to lose his bus parking mentality for this one. You park the bus against people you're competing with. So we're competing with Chelsea for top 4. So against smaller teams like Arsenal, no offense, I think it's a game you need to go out there and attack. And that's why I'm initially I was going to go for a crazy score like a 5-3, but then I having seen how we have grown over the past couple of days, I think I won't give these guys any chance to score. So I really pray that Arteta continues experimenting, that he continues playing the likes of Aubameyang on the right, which I don't know who told him Aubameyang can play on the right. I want him to continue playing Saka. I want him to play Xhaka. I want him to put Mustafi and Gabriel at the back. That will be, Christmas come early for me. So all in all, I know this might come back to bite me, but I have not been confident going into an Arsenal game the way I'm confident about this weekend in a long time.
Thank you, gentlemen. That has been a great show. And we just want to wait until comes Sunday, 7:30. We'll be watching it, and then we'll meet again for the review. Thank you. See you in our next show. Adios.
Adios.
Okay.